Hey, welcome back. Arthur Lau here. Now, this section we're going to talk about mindset. Now, this is so important because a lot of times you have to shape and shift to be able to shift yourself into the mindset of becoming a business. See, the difference is being in business and having a business and having people, working for you, or you have to shift between understanding your jobs and your roles and becoming a leader. See, the difference is that when you're owning a barbershop or you starting your business, you have to learn how to develop leaders. You want to become a person that people want to follow. Now, if you want to even take this a step further, you want to become a person that other followers can turn into leaders, which means you are breeding not just followers, but you're breeding new leaders. So, and that's the thing about this. It's a shift in the mindset so you are able to produce good fruit. Judge a tree by the fruit it bears. So the people that you got coming up underneath you, whether they're young barbers or seasoned barbers or stylists, you want to be able to make an impact on them by being the model that you want them to be. So you have to lead by example. So whether you're going to be working in the shop yourself, or you're just going to be, managing from afar, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you're just hiring managers. Whatever the difference is, you have to be that first, because they're only going to lead by example. So what I've learned in doing business is that in order for me to become and be sought out as a leader of my organization, is that I had to learn how to be that first. How do you do that? In my experience, personally for me, I have no business experience. I knew nothing about how to be a business. I knew nothing about how to be a leader. I just grew up playing sports and things like that, and just not really understanding the facts of any of the principles of business. However, what I did learn, and I want to say this to you, no matter what business you've been in prior to, whether you have absolutely no business experience like myself, whatever background that you do have is enough. You don't need to have this fancy business license or go to fancy colleges in Harvard and all this stuff to just have a business. But you do have to have the mindset of a business to be able to run a proper business. Like I said, most businesses aren't considered a business until you've been in business for 5 years. And most businesses statistically don't last after 18 months. And the reason for that is because they don't have the proper strategies, they don't have the proper planning, they don't have the proper utensils to make a business work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape and shift you. I'm going to give you these utensils. I'm going to give you these things that I didn't have. I had to search and seek and find and Google hours upon hours upon hours upon hours, and soul searching and trying to find the right people to find this information that I had to fail at to now I learn, so now I can show you. One of the key secrets that I found out in business and how to scale fast is study the greats. Study people that's already done it before you. So get out of the mindset thinking that you have to learn and do everything yourself, and you have to do all of these things yourself, and don't have to worry about always being perfect. See, that's the difference between being in the business. You already may be in the industry, you already may be a great barber, maybe a great stylist, maybe a great, whatever you're doing right now, nail tech, you may be already good at it. But to step over to the business portion, you have to transition and change your roles. Because all of a sudden, you now are a business, and you have to worry about taking care of new responsibilities, and you can't not just still be the technician. You have to learn about the real responsibilities of everything else. So here's the thing. What am I saying? Success leaves clues. So any business, you can learn from any business owner, any other business, because business is business. It doesn't matter what business you're in. But one of the things that I did, and sometimes if you don't have the money to go find mentors and things like that, there's a free thing that called a library, where it has tons and tons of books. There's people that's been successful far beyond you can ever believe, and by just reading from their failures and their mistakes, or even doing what you're doing right now, learning from my courses and my classes, for someone that's already where you're at and where you want to go, you can learn from them. Invest yourself into them. Become an avid learner, an avid reader, of your choice. But readers are leaders. So in order to become a leader, you have to shift, make some type of transition to get an understanding of what it looks like to lead, from the front and from the behind. So one key thing is look for mentors, right? Get you somebody that can lift you up. One of my mentors told me when I was first getting started, he said to look for people that are a couple levels above you that can lift you up, because they don't have a problem helping you, because they might have once been an entrepreneur or business owner themselves, and they know what it's like to struggle when you're just getting started. You know, a lot of times we look for success at the same level as us, and when you're looking sideways, looking lateral, you know, that person is not so interested in lifting you up because they're at the same level as you. So when you look up, a person doesn't have a problem picking you up because you're not a threat to them. So look for A+ mentors that can actually bring you up, and then that gives you the opportunity to lift someone else up as the journey begins. Meaning, like maybe your befrienders or your employees, or you know, what have you. So always look and seek out other people that can help you get to the next level by changing the shortcuts, by taking out, you know, all of the failures, you know, doing what you're doing right now, be learning from other people that's already done what you're trying to do. So that cuts out your learning curve. So shift that mindset and make sure you become an avid learner and consistently be learning the different things that you can, you know, better and benefit your business and the people around you, your customers, and making sure that you keep a smile on your face and pleasing people, because you want to have a pleasing personality if you really want to stay in business. Remember, most entrepreneurs don't stay in business longer than 5 years. But I want you to make it, because I know if you're made it this far so in this course, then you will be a very successful business owner if you do these principles. If you just make these work for you and you continue to do some of these strategies that I'm teaching you, you will be great. And I know you will, because you're an avid learner, you're here, and you really want a home because you've already invested in yourself. So that's the first step. So to close out this lesson on mindset, I want you to write down somewhere below here in the comments of this section, the questions I want you to answer to actually unlock the next video will be, who are you going to find for mentors to help you, that's going to help lift you up? And then the other thing is, success leaves clues, so where will you get your clues from? And the other question is, what are you going to commit to consistently that's going to keep you in the game? Okay, so make sure you answer those, and make sure you follow up and rewatch this if you need to catch up again, because mindset is the most important piece to building a business and becoming a leader. And even before you get to the money, you have to shift the mind, and it has to be an ongoing thing. So I'll see you on the next video, and until then, I'll see you at the top. Peace and love.